Before I start this video, I want to make a quick announcement about me opening up a donation system where you guys can donate items to me. Anything will work, if it's like scrap, ref, keys, whatever, weapons, hats, really anything. Reason being, I really want to see if I can get an unusual rotation sensation. That way, I'll look pretty cool in game. A lot of my plans of work trying to get some things to go for it. Anyways, thanks for watching the video and enjoy. We've all had this happen before. We're playing a game with TF2, you look at the players list and wonder, why do we not have a medic? Or, the medic is really unexperienced and only has 15 minutes of TF2 time in. So what do? Well, the obvious answer is just to play medic. The other answer, maybe use some of the class's other weapons to sort of do what the medic could. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 9 weapons if you don't have a medic on your team. These are my picks, so if you don't like them, well, tough break. Anyways, let's start this list. Now, as a scout main, I've used practically every scout secondary there exists, or really every scout weapon that exists, because there's a lot of good weapons. I mean, the scouter gun does the most damage, the pistol's really reliable, and the Boston Basher, while I can't really aim it, is a very handy tool for dealing damage. But if you want to get some support, or, well, getting some health, well, there's only one really good option. I'm not talking about the pocket pistol. Oh, boy. Even with the new buff, it's still not really that useful. And the candy cane, while it helps out, you basically get insta-dead by soldiers and demos. But my answer, the Mad Milk. The Mad Milk gives you 60% of your damage dealt back as health. I mean, who doesn't like that? And plus, when going against pyros, you can extinguish yourself, which makes it really good for players that really hate pyros. Somewhat like me. I mean, it's really annoying when you get like 2 inches away from the health pack and you die. But anyways, the Mad Milk takes the cake. You think with Soldier having the second most health in the game, you wouldn't really see him around with so many medics. That being said, there's a lot of pocket medics at pocket soldiers. But however, when there isn't, there's the Conch. The Concher is an amazing backpack for the soldier, giving him a passive health regen, and after dealing 480 damage, you get to blow that thing and get a crazy speed boost for you and your teammates, and also that same thing applies for also giving some health back after damage, somewhat like the Mad Milk. This is a really good weapon, however, it does no longer give you a hit scan weapon, which makes you a little bit more vulnerable to air blasting pyros, but I think it's really worth it. Pyro, aka the free-to-play WM1 noob, hashtag takes no skill. Yeah, I sort of don't think that. Pyro can take some skill to master. However, there's sometimes when Pyro needs to get health in a pinch. But thankfully, you got the back scratcher, being a very handy tool giving you 50% more health from health kits. It can be pretty intense. However, it does have a downside of less healing from medics and dispensers, but that can also be an upside too. You'll be able to build Uber twice as fast since, you won't be an overheal that quickly. And plus, it's a direct upgrade in medieval mode since those downsides don't even come into effect because mediguns and dispensers don't even exist in medieval mode. This is crazy. And on top of that, a 25% damage bonus, making it a little bit more fun to clobber people in the face and being able to two-shot a medic. That's crazy. So long story short, the back scratch is a good melee. Not as good as the Pyro Jack, but still, very well passive effects, as well as a pretty interesting damage bonus. Oh boy, Dumbman's such a fun class to play. Not only with pipes and stickies, but also slapping on a boots and shield and going demo night. And, well, when you don't have a medic, the best thing to do is maybe go demo night. Why? Because first of all, you get an extra 25 health. And second of all, demo has 3 weapons that can give him a lot of health in a pinch. However, only one of those 3 takes the cake. That's being the half Zatoichi. giving half of your base health back, either being 88 or 100 depending on if you got the booties on or not, with the downside of you deal 50 damage to yourself if you put it away without getting a kill. What makes it so special if it just gives you just a little bit of health on a kill? Get this, you can go into overheal. This makes fighting without a medic so much easier, since all you have to do is just kill somebody and you can stay in the fight so much longer. Not only that, but it's got no downsides on Demo Night since you never put your sword away to begin with. It also has a little fun side note, they also allow that if you fight another demo with the Hatch Zatoichi or a soldier if they actually use it, you can one-shot them. Fairly pointless, but however the Zatoichi altogether is a very handy tool, since you're probably going to be sacrificing your other toys, yet you'll be able to survive better. Now, do I really need to talk about this? Anybody that's played TF2 knows what I'm about to talk about. The Sandwich are crying out loud. Well, the Locust Bar is good for taking out sentry nests. The Sandwich takes the cape for healing up to 300 health by just nomming upon this concoction, yet you are immobilized for a little bit when you eat your moist and delicious. Not only that, but tossing it to another player safely just gives them a medium health kit, which is amazing for helping out your team, and might as well make some friends on the other team too. But the Sandwich, you sure make our team strong. Engineer's always seen as the easy to play clash. Just build a sentry, dispenser, and a couple teleporters, and then just chill back in your chair while drinking a couple beers. Well, no. When there's a sentry on your side of the team, the enemy team's going to do everything to destroy it. However, Engineer doesn't really have any weapons that give him health back, so the best thing that you can do is give you a little extra health to tank a little bit more damage. That's where the Gunslinger comes in. Right off the bat, it gives you 25 extra health. Not to mention, a little side crit gimmick, whatever, the third consecutive hit is a critical hit. However, it does give you a downside of reducing your level 3 really powerful sentry with a mini sentry. However, it can be used really handy for offense. Simply just putting down a mini sentry could distract the enemy team while you can do the back cap, which can really help out your team. While 25 health isn't really much to brag about, like you'll still die from the same amount of explosives and really only survive another second of fire or bullets, it can really help you out when you don't have a medic. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, if you don't have a medic on your team, be the big boy and go medic. Your team will really respect you if you do. However, there's a lot of times where you're all alone or your target dies, and everyone in the entire team and their moms will come charging at the man in a white lab coat. However, there is some defense that can maybe keep you alive a little bit longer. That being the Bloodsucker. The Bloodsucker, after sacrificing a little bit of health regen, about 2 drain per wearer, can give you 3 health on hits. Now that might not sound like much, but let's not forget how fast the syringe gun shoots. It fires super fast, and in a pinch, it can really help you survive that one scout trying to pick you off on the team in 6s. While I don't really recommend it in competitive, it's really handy in casual mode, since, you know, your entire team really cares about how many kills they have and would never protect you. But however, I don't recommend firing at somebody just to kill them without really needing it for survival, because 95% of the time, they will have a much more powerful tool than you. The syringe gun isn't really that reliable to begin with, except for the crossbow, of course. However, if you need to survive in a pinch, this is the best weapon to do so. Now, as a quick disclaimer before I end this section, I'm talking about if you don't have another medic protecting you. By all means, you being medic, you should be healing the other players. However, when you're in a sticky situation, this is the best weapon to defend yourself. Just want to be sure, I'm going to be including the potential balance changes that Valve posted on their blog a couple months ago. So, if it wasn't because of that, the Darwin's Danger Shield would have taken this place, giving you 25 extra health and a little bit of bullet resistance. But now that that's going to be reworked into, in my opinion, a pretty bad secondary, the Cozy Camper takes the place, giving you a little bit of a health regen up to 4 per second, not to mention it gives you a little bit of knockback resistance, and you won't flinch if you got a full scope, which means that way you can aim easier if somebody's shooting at you. You'll be pretty comfy, to say the least. Plus, you don't have to trail back to go get a health kit, and frankly, you're not really sacrificing much for it. The SMG, while it's handy, it's pretty unreliable, maybe even more than syringe gun. However, the Cozy Camper is a really handy tool for Sniper if you really need health, because it can help in a pinch. Trust me, I've survived a lot because of the Cozy Camper. Now moving on to Warpig City, USA, or I should say France, we take a look at the Spy. The Master of Espionage is probably the hardest class to play in the game, since blending isn't really that easy, since you know, people can use voice chat and tell people they're spies. There's a lot of weapons that counter spies, like, you know, Pyro altogether, Razorback, Mad Milk that can discover, and a lot of other bleed weapons. However, there can be a way to help you out in these tight situations, that being the Conniver's Kunai. However, it is the most high-risk, high-reward weapon in the entire game, reducing your health from 125 to a whopping 70. 70 health, you can die instantly from a scout meat shot. Any explosive, even a melee, will take you down to 5 health. So, what's the catch? Well, backstabbing someone absorbs their health into a special type of overheal, taking you up to 210 health, and plus it decays much slower than a medic's overheal. And really, it's a pretty satisfying shot too. Plus, afterburn and bleeding practically becomes nothing if you backstab somebody with it. Well, probably not the best weapon to use if you're not really that skilled of a spy, but it can really save you in a pinch if you don't have a German doctor healing you up 24/7, and frankly, he will probably not heal you at all, since, you know, he's got to stay away from you or else he'll know you're a spy. So, the kunai, while it's pretty risky, it can really help you out. And those are my top 9 weapons to keep your survivability high when you don't have a medic on your team. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I know this is pretty stupid for me saying that, but I would highly recommend doing that, because, you know, there's going to be more stuff coming in the future. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and tell me in the comments what you would like to see next. It could be anything. Could be the top 9 best weapons for offense, defense, support, even my top 9 favorite weapons, useless weapons, most OP weapons, the weapons that'll probably make you a 360 MLG no-scope. I don't care. Anything will do. And anyways, thanks for watching. Skawk, signing off.